covering the Northern Bahamas? You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Fire Services Department of the Royal Bahamas Police Force emphasizing fire safety techniques when it comes to preventing brush fires on the island. Tonight, an officer of the Fire Services is offering advice as residents approach the brush fire season. The months of January through March are commonly known as brush fire season. Inspector Eli Aristar, attached to the Fire Services Department, noting that about 99% of fires on Grand Bahama are due to human interaction and can be prevented.
And we want to advise the Grand Bahama residents to minimize the interaction they have with the forest in terms of indiscriminate lighting of trash, indiscriminate dumping, lighting of just materials around their property. This would help us enormously, especially with the brush fire season.
He adds that the island is covered in pine forest, and residents must do their part to secure and maintain their properties. He is advising residents not to collect trash on their properties or burn trash and debris in or near their yards.
Cut a fire margin around their property. This would allow our trucks access if we need to fight the fire, if we need to protect different structures. The fire margin also allows the forest not creep upon the property itself and catch those homes. Because a lot of persons build sheds directly onto the boundaries of the forest. They might have loose woods within the yard. They might not cut their lawn on time and it becomes dry and brittle. And once the fire now creeps upon the property, it can catch their homes because the embers now may fly into the eaves or the boxing, as we say, and then the fire may start within the home. It's not necessarily on the roof that a lot of persons might think. The embers may go on, but it might go into the eaves or the soffits and catch the homes on fire.
He is also clarifying a common misconception by residents.
It's a technique that we use to assist us, especially with the large brush fires and when our resources are not able to fully extinguish the fire immediately that is threatening our homes and businesses. So what we would do, we would apply a technique that is called prescribed burning, where we light a certain area depending on the wind, the humidity, and it actually burns towards where the fire is burning. So when that fire meets, it poses less threats for the homes and other businesses. So it's not when you see the fire department walking or along property lines, you say, oh, the fire department just adding to the fire. It isn't with that. It's actually we're just trying to minimize the fire itself, the intensity of the fire, and also because of the resources, we want to try extinguish that fire as quickly as possible.
The Grand Bahama Alumni Chapter of the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated taking its literacy program into the various schools on Grand Bahama. President Lynn Glinton says she's proud that first grade students at the Hugh Campbell Primary School have decided to become members of the Sir Charles Hayward Library as a result of the reading initiative.
This all came about from a program that we had in November, Literacy Week, whereby all of us, most of us, read to children at grade 1 in the various schools. And as a result of my reading with them, I challenged the teacher and the children and the parents to have them take out membership. And it came through.
Grade 1 teacher at Hugh Campbell Primary, Carol Harvey, believes this initiative will encourage the young students to read more.
Since there are lower streams, reading is the best for them at this time. So they will be able to come and learn about different places that they have never been to.
The owners of Pizza Hut have sponsored the Grand Bahama Children's Home for more than 30 years. In addition to being passionate about pizza, the restaurant chain is also passionate about children, and for that reason, spokesperson Carla Walgu says Pizza Hut has decided to ask the Grand Bahama community to support the Children's Home as well.
For the love of pizza and for the love of children, Pizza Hut is partnering with the Grand Bahama Children's Home to furnish the needs of the children here at the home. This community is supportive. That's what we found over the years, supportive, generous, loving, and caring. And with this in mind, we've decided to invite the community and our valued customers to partner with us in purchasing our Lover's Line pizzas. Purchase any large Lover's Pizza and get the second one, which is a small one-topping pizza, for only $2. The $2 received will be donated to the Children's Home.
Executive Director of the Grand Bahama Children's Home, Sheila Johnson-Smith, says they are grateful for the dedicated support from Pizza Hut.
We are more than grateful and appreciative of the support that we're getting from Pizza Hut and its subsidiaries. This is a 24-hour operation. We need to make sure that what we do for these children lasts. This home is vital to this community, to the Northern Bahamas, and every dollar makes a difference taking care of our children. Because these children that we have here, these are the future of the Bahamas. And we want to make sure, give them every opportunity to become successful persons as adults.
March is recognized as Kidney Awareness Month, and this year the focus is on kidneys and women's health. In this report, clinical manager at the Kidney Center explains the importance of taking care of the often forgotten organ. Clinical manager at the Kidney Center, Kylie Turnquest Moore, notes that kidneys play a vital part in your body's overall health, but unfortunately, this organ is often taken for granted.
Kidneys are almost the center of health because when they're gone, they affect everything about the body. And taking care of kidneys is really quite simple. Good nutrition, exercise, if you have a disease, managing your disease well, and basically attending your doctor and following instructions, not smoking, not drinking, those sorts of things. So they're basically lifestyle, healthy lifestyles.
Moore says that the exact numbers of how many persons are living with kidney disease is unknown, but the Kidney Center has noticed that a certain gender does present with more cases.
Most of it goes undiagnosed until we reach right to the end. So the numbers really are unknown. What we have found is that women are greatly affected by kidney disease, and a lot of women really don't make it to dialysis because they tend to die before they actually get to dialysis. And because women make themselves last, they put the health of their families, their husbands, the community first, and so by the time they get to where they find they have kidney disease, it's just a little too late.
She adds that symptoms do start subtly and that you should always be aware of changes in your body.
Just fatigue, generally feeling unwell. Most persons don't know that they have something until it has progressed quite far into the disease, where you may have swelling, blood pressure's out of control, anemia. Once again, signs that can be taken for other things until you go to the doctor and have tests done that will diagnose it.
And now it is time to ask the doctor.
Welcome. More on sickle cell disease. This disease is caused by a gene that changes how red blood cells are formed in the body. A normal red blood cell is round and flat and passes easily through the blood vessels. This is because those red blood cells carry oxygen from the lungs to every organ, keeping us alive and healthy. In a person with sickle cell anemia, these red cells are not round and flat. They are shaped like a farmer's sickle or like a crescent moon. They cannot pass easily through the small blood vessels and sometimes can get stuck, forming dangerous and painful blood clots. Normal red blood cells live for about 120 days, but in a person with sickle cell disease, their red blood cells die after just 20 days, meaning that there aren't enough red blood cells to carry adequate oxygen throughout your body. As a result, this can lead to symptoms such as fatigue or tiredness, blood clots, severe pain from blood clots, swelling of the hands and feet, frequent infections, delayed growth and vision problems. If you suspect your child has sickle cell disease, please take them to see a doctor right away. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Don't go away, Ricardo Lightbourne is up next with a check on sports.